guys. This is All in Ekala Lifestyle, guys. I didn't want to mess up my tripod. Guys, I got so much going on around me. I wish I could let you guys see, but it's no biggie. It's like all this technology, but this is the world of innovation that we live in. Guys, this right here is going to blow your freaking mind. Not mine, because I've already been aware of this. You should have too, most of you, but you guys are so busy moving around until I have to bring you the current update laws that have been put into place because you guys are not doing your homework. I need everybody to come on, join me for class time. We'll give you guys 60 seconds to get into the classroom before I start. And at any rate, I hope that everyone has been doing well. I've been out of the state all the way on the West Coast. I'm back on the East Coast now. So, I want you guys to catch up on things, okay? And I need to catch you guys up on things. Okay, ding, 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 ding. Classroom bell has rang. If you're tardy, when class is done, you come back in and then you participate, okay? Thank you. Now, this is right here is lawyers are warning how cops can unlock any phone. Now, as I said just before, law enforcement cannot typically bypass strong alphanumeric passwords without a warrant. But now they have this code that they're working on, guys, that they could strictly use to activate every voicemail, every image, every proof of anything that you've done on your phone, even your iCloud, guys. Okay, they can get into that. On a serious note, this is real serious, guys. Even I'm speaking like this, but they do have a way that they can access into your phone with the legal code without a warrant. Disclaimer, please do look this information up for yourself so that you can know. Year 2026, okay? They usually unlock phones using criminal forensics like cyber or gray key. It's this thing that they call gray key. I don't even know if you guys are aware of it. But anyway, it's a physical biometric that you use the pressure finger into while holding the phone, or even your face feature, guys. They don't need that anymore because all they have to do is apply this code that she's about to go over you guys with to get into you guys' phone. So you guys be very careful of this. But I don't want to talk too much, so let's get started, okay? And I'll pause whenever need be. Again, disclaimer, educational purposes only.
Everything you are doing right now. Pick up your phone, the one sitting next to you, the one in your pocket, the one you use for everything, your messages, your photos, your bank accounts, your private...
Guys, I thought that was my hallway. I don't know. Okay, let's continue. Sorry, guys.
Conversations, your location history, your emails, everything. There's one setting on that phone, one single setting that is turned on by default that law enforcement can use to unlock your phone without your password, without your Face ID, without your fingerprint, without a warrant, in some circumstances, not with hacking technology, not with a specialized device, with a setting that your phone manufacturer turned on without telling you, and that you have almost certainly never changed. And here is what makes this so critically important. Your phone contains more personal information about you than any object you have ever owned. Every text message you have ever sent, every place you have ever been, every photo you have ever taken, every search you have ever made, every person you have ever contacted, every private thought you put into words on that device. All of it accessible through one setting you did not know
accessible to one setting you did not know. Know your laws, guys. Let's continue.
Existed. Today, I am going to show you exactly what that setting is, exactly how it works, exactly how law enforcement uses it, the specific legal cases that established when they can and cannot use it, exactly how to...
Keywords when they can and cannot use it. Pay attention.
Turn it off on both iPhone and Android in under 60 seconds. Stick around for the final section because I am going to give you a complete phone privacy protection checklist that goes beyond this one setting and makes your phone as legally protected as technology
Okay, give it to
currently
him.
allows. Before we begin, this video is for educational purposes
Educational
only.
purposes
Digital privacy
only.
laws,
Digital
law
property
enforcement
laws are first access
and
laws, and your constitutional rights regarding your phone vary by state and jurisdiction.
Nothing in this video is legal advice. If you
Nothing
believe
is
your
legal
digital
advice.
privacy has been violated, contact a licensed attorney in your area immediately. Okay, let's get into it. The setting I'm
Let's
talking
go.
about is called USB restricted mode, or more specifically, the absence of USB restricted mode protection. Let me explain exactly what this means. Every modern smartphone, iPhone, and Android has a USB port or charging port. When you
Facts.
plug your phone into a computer or into a specialized device, through that port, your phone can share data with that connected device. This is how you transfer photos, how you back up your phone, how you update software, how you sync your device, but it is also how specialized forensic tools used by law enforcement access the data on your phone. Tools like Cellbrite and GrayKey, which we have discussed in previous videos, connect to your phone through the USB port and extract data from your device. Here is where the hidden setting becomes critical. Apple introduced USB restricted mode in iOS 11.4.1 in 2018, specifically in response to the growing use of these forensic tools. When USB restricted mode is properly activated, your iPhone stops allowing data transfer through the USB port after the phone has been locked for 1 hour. After 1 hour of being locked, the only thing the USB port does is charge the battery. No data transfer, no forensic tool access, nothing. The phone becomes essentially inaccessible through USB until you unlock it with your passcode. Asterisk, asterisk, here is the problem. Asterisk, asterisk, USB restricted mode on many iPhones is not fully activated by default in the most protective configuration. There is a specific setting that most iPhone users have never touched that determines exactly how protective USB restricted mode is. And on Android, the equivalent protection involves developer options, which most users have never accessed, and USB debugging, which may be enabled on millions of Android phones without the owners knowing. I am going to show you exactly what to check and exactly how to fix it right after I explain how law enforcement uses this vulnerability. Let me walk you through exactly how law enforcement uses USB access to extract data from phones, because understanding the mechanism is what makes the protection so obviously necessary. Method number 1, Celebrate UF. Celebrates
Mechanism means method, guys, and one which would use. Let's continue.
Universal Forensic Extraction Device. UFED is the most widely deployed phone extraction tool in law enforcement in the United States. It connects to your phone through the USB port and can extract text messages, call logs, photos and videos, location data, app data, including deleted content, password.
Okay, you see, guys, including deleted cut. This thing can access and bring back anything that you think you've deaded. And the guys, this is what this technology and innovation about. This is what the technology and innovation and data centers are about. This is what you guys are not paying attention to. You're paying attention to everything else except for what you need. When you get in a situation like this and you don't want anybody to know about your privacy and things like that, you may not have a right to say yay or nay. I'm just saying. So please be mindful and be careful because you could lose your phone. You know, these are not hackers' codes or what the law enforcement are using to get into you guys' phone. They're gonna make this legal. Okay, they're working on it now. So just be aware of that. Let's continue.
passwords stored on the device, email content, social media data, and in some cases, encrypted messaging app data. This tool is used by local police departments, federal agencies, and prosecutors across the country. And it is most effective when connected to a phone before USB restricted mode has been properly configured. Asterisk, asterisk, method number 2, gray key, asterisk, asterisk. Gray key is a device specifically designed to defeat iPhone security by exploiting vulnerabilities in iOS to bypass the passcode and gain full access to the device. Its effectiveness varies by iOS version, and Apple continuously patches vulnerabilities that Gray Key exploits. But here's the critical point. These tools are...
See, in my opinion, this is the thing with iPhones, okay? And I'm not going to tell you which phones I have. I can have both or one or the other. But listen, iPhones are highest on the list for invasion. Just know that. Let's continue.
Are most effective when used quickly before the phone's security features have been given time to activate, which is exactly why the behavior of officers at an arrest, their urgency to secure a phone, their immediate attempt to access it makes sense when you understand the forensic tools available to them. Asterisk, asterisk method number 3, compelled biometric access. This is a critical legal distinction that affects every phone user. Courts have ruled on the difference between your passcode, something you know, and your biometric data, something you are. The Fifth Amendment protects you from being compelled to provide a passcode because it is testimonial. It requires you to reveal the contents of your mind. But courts in many jurisdictions have ruled that biometric access, Face ID or fingerprint, can be compelled because producing your face or finger is a physical act, not a testimonial one. This means if you are using Face ID or fingerprint as your primary phone security, a court order may be able to compel you to provide biometric access to your phone. Your passcode in most jurisdictions cannot be compelled under the Fifth Amendment. This is why your passcode is legally more protective than your biometric. Let me walk you through the specific legal cases that define your rights regarding phone access. Because knowing these cases is knowing your rights. Riley versus California 2014. This is the foundation.
Okay, you see how she just did that, guys? Riley versus 2013. Now, whenever you want to make laws or change laws, you have to go and find the law to compare it to bring upon change. You see how simple that is? This is the message I've been trying to get across to you guys. Yes, I know this is all in Echoline Lifestyle. And yes, everything still, this is Echoline. But I also do have a bachelor's degree in criminal justice. So for all of you that don't know about All in Echoline Lifestyle, this is why you may see things like this on my page. I do obtain a degree in criminal justice. Hold on one momento. Because I know some of you people like to see, and you guys gonna make me knock all of my things down on my wallet sheet. Oh my God. Okay, I'm not gonna open it because my name is on it. Let's see. I can't cover, let's see. I'll just kind of get the bottom of it. Oh, I don't want my name to show. But this is my degree, guys, my bachelor's degree that I got. This is not the date. It's Centura College, Virginia Beach, Virginia. This is where I went to graduate. I took this class online for my first, part of my first degree. But this is my, oh, it's so dusty too, guys. I'm glad you guys had me to move it. But this is my bachelor's degree right here, okay? And I also went to University of Phoenix online, and I went out there to graduate. I did both of my classes online. Yes, I attended Middle Georgia College way back when. It's a small town in Concord, Georgia, guys. So I went there. One moment, guys. I gotta put this back. See, you guys got me moving all around doing all of this when I should have been. Oh, sorry, guys. I'm coming.
Sorry,
I have to fix this back. Okay, I have a wall of achievements, a small wall a wall unit that I use. But let's continue, guys. Sorry about that. I just want to explain that in case you guys are wondering.
jurisdictional case. The Supreme Court ruled unanimously that police cannot search the digital contents of a cell phone seized during an arrest without a warrant. Chief Justice Roberts wrote in paraphrasing that a phone is not just a technological convenience. It is a window into every aspect of a person's life. This ruling was enormous. It established that your phone receives Fourth Amendment protection. Check this out. I'm going to show you how I afforded this car. Okay, you ready? All right, $118 for car insurance.
One moment,
That's
guys.
how much I was paying. Okay, I picked up the. But here's what Riley did not.
And guys, know this. I'm all for one's privacy. Don't get it twisted. Just know that at any time, anything could happen to where they need to access your phone. Let's continue.
Answer. What happens when law enforcement physically compels your biometric access? What happens with data stored in the cloud, not on the device itself? What happens when the phone is extracted before the owner can change their settings? These are the gaps that remain legally unsettled, and that the setting I am about to show you is specifically designed to address. Carpenter versus United States, 2018. The Supreme Court ruled that law enforcement generally needs a warrant to access cell phone location data from carriers, establishing that people have a reasonable expectation of privacy in their digital location history. The biometric access question. Courts at various levels have reached different conclusions, some holding that biometric access can be compelled, others holding that compelling biometric access violates the Fifth Amendment. And the Supreme Court has not yet definitively resolved this. What this means for you practically, if you use a passcode, law enforcement generally cannot compel you to provide it. If you use Face ID or fingerprint, you may be in a more legally vulnerable position depending on your jurisdiction. And if your phone can be accessed through the USB port using forensic tools without any biometric or passcode, that is the vulnerability that the hidden setting is designed to prevent. Deadly mistake number one, relying exclusively on Face ID or fingerprint recognition as your phone security. As I just explained,
I only use this on one of my phones because I have to, but my second phone, I don't use that. I would go into details, but I'm adherent to, so let's continue.
biometric access may be compellable in many jurisdictions. A court order requiring you to present your face or your finger to your phone is legally distinct from requiring you to reveal your passcode. And courts have increasingly allowed compelled biometric access. The protection is a strong alphanumeric passcode that cannot be compelled under the Fifth Amendment in most jurisdictions. You can still use Face ID or fingerprint for convenience, but ensure you have a strong passcode set as your backup. And know that in a high-stakes encounter, pressing the power button 5 times on iPhone temporarily disables Face ID, requiring your passcode to unlock, giving you the Fifth Amendment protection of a passcode-only device in that moment. Deadly mistake number 2, having USB debugging enabled on your Android device without knowing it. USB debugging is an Android developer feature that allows a connected computer to communicate directly with the operating system of your phone, bypassing many of the normal security features. It is designed for app developers testing their applications. But forensic tools can exploit this mode when enabled to access significantly more data from an Android device than they otherwise could. Many people enable USB debugging because they saw a tutorial online, because it was required for something they did once, or because it came pre-enabled on a device they purchased and they never turned it off. I am going to show you exactly how to check for this and turn it off immediately. Deadly mistake number 3, leaving your phone unlocked or recently unlocked near law enforcement. USB restricted mode activates after 1 hour of being locked. If your phone is unlocked or was recently unlocked, forensic tools can access data through the USB port immediately. This is why officers securing a scene will often make sure phones are not locked or will attempt to access them before they lock. The protective behavior in any encounter with law enforcement is to immediately lock your phone. Do not hand it to an officer unlocked. Do not let it sit unlocked nearby. Lock it immediately. Let the 1 hour timer on USB restricted mode begin running so that even if they physically have your locked device, forensic tools become significantly less effective after that hour. Deadly mistake number 4, believing that a factory reset completely protects your data. Forensic tools have the capability to recover data from phones.
Guys, I was going to say that, and I'm going to end it here because that's all she's going to say. The thing about this is, we're talking about the cell phones, right? iPhones, Android, whatever. But the thing of it is, do know that data, these big data centers, these big, huge data centers, they want to build the size of 3 football fields and a half. Okay. Data could always be retrieved. And guys, if you don't know what data is a paper trail. So you can't win for losing on this when it comes to the judicial system, respectfully. And I'm going to end it here, guys. So make sure that you look more into it, okay? Because I'm making some chicken fettuccine Alfredo for lunch. And so I want to be able to enjoy my lunch too, as well as you guys. But please do take note of this and keep up on this in your search bar. Don't just always be in one sector on this YouTube, guys, or any social app. They have so many different platforms that you can go and educate yourself on instead of being entertained. I'll leave you with that. All in Eklund Lifestyle. Please do enjoy the rest of your day.